$497 for Chris Sargent.
I suspect with all the marks, we'll have a fair amount of time to speak with our bowlers, and we should see if we can coax his dad, Mike Sargent, to come up and speak for a moment or two with us.
$1,200 total. I got $1,200 total in bonus money, plus $1,500 for winning. So we'll have a $2,700 payday.
Nice, huh? And I would say everybody here today got their money's worth.
So Shawn is at 138 plus the ball, so he's going to have a 140 something and get whipped.
Losing by well over 100 pins.
A 380 triple and losing by 100 pins. That's amazing. Here's the last ball, right through the middle, put 4 in the mark. A 142 third string, 375 triple for Shawn Baker, and he loses by 122 pins. Remarkable. We will come back to meet our bowlers and hand out some prize money when we continue from Leda Lanes in Nashua. You're watching Candlepin Stars and Strikes. There you see the final score. It's Chris Sargent beating Shawn Baker 497 to 375, with Sargent missing the 500 triple by 3. There you see the 180 third string. He had a 193 in the first string. Just an incredible triple, and we're joined here by runner-up Shawn Baker. You couldn't beat a 497, huh?
No, not today, anyways. That's for sure. He was just awesome. He couldn't throw a bad ball. He just too good.
What's going through your mind? First string, you're sitting there and you're watching him put a 193 on the board, and you're down, 90 pins right off the bat.
Oh, I'm just trying to get into a little rhythm myself, knowing I got 2 strings left. Just as well I can do the same thing right very next string or something. But I just wasn't breaking up the extra pin today.
Of course, Shawn has a package in his arms right now. This is Megan, and Megan is how old?
Megan she'll be 3 months.
3 months old, and a beauty too, and just absolutely the brightest, bluest eyes you'd ever want to see.
She really does. So what's it like after having been single for a while, then married for a little while, now you got a kid? I mean, it really adds to your life.
Your life will never be
yeah.
the same.
Yeah, no, everything's perfect now. She's just perfect. It just makes everything complete.
And you were telling me even at 2-3 months, she's already sleeping through the night. How good is that?
Oh, we count our blessings every night with that. Yeah. Every night. Yeah, she's just too good.
And she's sitting there in Daddy's arms, and that's great. Shawn, we've got some money to hand out to you. Let's do that. We've got the runner-up prize of $1,000. I'll hold on to this right now. I'll give it to you a little later on when we go off. And we had some bonus money as well, $50. So total of $1,050 for Shawn Baker. Thanks very much, and best wishes to you. We'll see you again soon.
Nice
Shawn
to meet you,
Baker,
Megan.
our runner-up here this afternoon. And now we'll do the bonus ball contest with Chris Sargent, and Mike will reach into the bin.
And then we're gonna meet Chris's dad here in just
Hall
a
of
moment.
Famer Mike Sargent.
That's right.
This is from Gil Canton of Derry. And Chris, he wants you to knock down 3 pins. 3 pins. That's for $30. $30 in the bonus ball jackpot if Chris can knock down 3. Can he get a 3?
Of course not. Mike Sargent, come on up.
He was going to do that. We'll put the Sargents between us. Come on right between us.
Ladies and gentlemen,
There it is, right there.
Our,
3. Don't throw it away.
Hall of Famer Mike Sargent, his son Chris Sargent. And apparently I think that your son is going to want to take you along everywhere he goes after today's performance.
I think he should split with me a little, don't you?
Well, we'll have to ask him here in just a moment or two, but you must be very proud. A lot of people have said that know you well that he has some of the fire and intensity you had when you were in your prime.
He's better than I was. He really is.
If you could just real quickly tell the story that you told me earlier today about your first encounter with Tony Baldinelli, the great, and how you became a part of his team.
Oh, I went up there and they were bowling for money, and I asked if I could get in. And I was only 19, and he said, "You better get out of here." And I walked out of here with $1,200. And he called me up 2 weeks later and said, "Will you bowl on my team?"
And now, how old would those gentlemen have been? You were 19.
They were in their 30s and 40s.
And you weren't intimidated or scared by them?
No. No, I just love the game, and I love to win.
And what was it like going into the Hall of Fame and having your son there that night and all your friends around you?
Fantastic. It was the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. I really appreciate them, you know. Sometimes you don't think you deserve it, but...
You deserve it, trust me. He deserves it, right, Chris?
Let's hand out some cash here while we have an opportunity. $1,500 for winning the championship. There was $275 in bonus money. $50 for having the high string in the match. You had a 193. $875 for the triple strike jackpot. That's $1,200, so a total payday of $2,700 for Chris Sargent today. That's not a bad payday. $2,700 for Chris Sargent. We'll hand it out afterwards. We'll give it all to you. We'll get you all squared away. 193 first string and the 180 at the end. You were really on fire.
Yeah, I was. I didn't know I was that close to the first string at the 200, or the 500 actually, till I was done. But I just kept bowling. So.
What happens from one week to the next? Are you able to put your fingers on what put you on one week and not quite so on the next week?
Well, I think for myself, I'm not bowling a lot, so it takes me a little while to get warmed up a little, but sometimes they go, sometimes they don't. You know, Shawn could have did the same thing, just as quick at me, so.
Do you feel any pressure with your old man watching you when you're bowling in a situation like that? Is there any other feeling, any butterflies or anything like that?
Nah, you know, I just want to bowl as good as I can to try to impress him, you know.
He doesn't have to impress me anymore. He's there.
Well, I know you realize you're 3 pins from 500, and it was the 6 pin that you missed, I think, in the 9th frame. Oh, sorry. But anyway, how ironic would it be, because you know who's in the audience today?
Mr. Berger.
Mr. 500.
Yeah.
I mean, he just moved back here not too long ago. We interviewed him a couple of weeks ago, and how interesting and ironic it would have been had you done the 500, but maybe that's for another show.
Yeah, maybe.
You'll be back,
You'll
be back for the Tournament of Champions. We'll have an opportunity then. Chris Sargent, Mike Sargent, nice to see you both.
Congratulations.
Congratulations
Thank
to
you,
you all.
All right, thank you.
And we'll look forward to seeing Chris in the Tournament of Champions coming up. What a performance by Chris Sargent. So